So Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes. So my slide is visible.
Yes, Prabhuji, visible.
Yes. My voice is clear.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
So we'll start the class. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशालकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रसारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So welcome everybody to chapter 9, Rajaguhya Yoga, or the most confidential knowledge. Okay, so in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna had told three things. One is confidential knowledge, more confidential knowledge, and most confidential knowledge. Guhyati, Guyyatamam, and Guhyatara, and Guyyatamam. The confidential knowledge is we are not the body, we are the soul. So when we understand that we are not the body, we are the soul, our spiritual process started. Till that period, our spiritual process has not been started. Guyatara, more confidential knowledge is God reside in our heart as Paramatma. That is the more confidential knowledge. And the most confidential knowledge today we are going to discuss what Lord is telling to Arjun. Yes. Somebody read this sloka. Unmute someone.
Prabhuji, there is Sarthak.
Yeah.
Please unmute. He's not unmuting.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Then Prabhuji, there is Sanjana. Please unmute.
श्री भगवान युवक इदमसु ते गुहतमम प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुशयस जनानां
1 minute, Prabhuji. I think both of them got unmuted.
Yeah, actually, she did the translation, but now Sarthak is supposed to read the translation, and now she did this one. So now.
Prabhuji, can I read the translation, Sanjana?
Yes, yes, read.
The Supreme Lord said, My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most secret wisdom, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miser- miseries of material existence.
Yes. So the Lord Krishna telling to Arjun, I'll tell you the most confidential knowledge. So why I'll tell you the most confidential knowledge? Because you are very dearer to me. Why you are very dearer to me? Because you are never envious on me, envious of me. Because many people, usually the demons, they are very envious on Supreme Personality Godhead, either Krishna or Vishnu. Either they do not believe or they want to harm. They want to be the Supreme Personality, which is not possible. So that is the reason they are envious. So Krishna do not want to reveal himself to the envious people. Okay. So Arjun is not envious, is very dearer to Krishna. That is the reason Krishna want to tell the most confidential knowledge about him. Yes. So you can see here there are many knowledges. One is the social knowledge, Ayurvedic knowledge, astrological knowledge, science knowledge, and Gita knowledge. So Gita knowledge is kept in superior above all because it is a spiritual knowledge. We are having science knowledge also, but that is material science. Gita knowledge is spiritual science. So spiritual science is definitely superior to material science. So that is the reason it is called knowledge is the king of education. This knowledge is the king of education. So what happened here? If we are not serious in school, we remain in the same class. We'll fail. So similarly, if we are not serious in devotion, we remain in the same cycle of birth and death. Means we'll be in the material world struggling. We are having birth, death, old age, disease. It is coming in cycle and cycle, not necessarily in the human body, it may be in other body also. Human, animal, insect, plant, like that you will be roaming, but same birth and death will go. So that is the reason we have to do something to avoid all this birth and death. Okay, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Sarthak. He's been waiting for a long time. So please unmute.
Prabhuji, Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Yes, Hare Krishna.
by me in my unfinished from this entire universe is privated. All beings are in me, but I am not in them.
Yes. So in this picture, can you tell what is this picture? Can anyone tell what is this picture?
Prabhuji, I think it's Krishna and it's the whole universe.
Yes. Krishna is showing the universe inside the mouth. So Mother Yashoda is asking Krishna to open the mouth because somebody told that Krishna has taken some mud. Mother Yashoda wanted to check. And when he opened the mouth, Krishna showed whole universe inside his mouth. So same thing Krishna is describing here. By me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So that means Krishna exists everywhere, everywhere, but in his unmanifested form. Means without any form, unmanifested. But originally Krishna is not unmanifested. He is person. There is a form for Krishna. A beautiful Syama Sundar form is the original form of Krishna. Now here, Newton observed the apple fall, but who makes the apple fall? Now Newton observed the apple fall and he have discovered, just thinking that it is because of gravitational force, is one type of energy. He is dragging, which is dragging the apple down. Okay, but the energy cannot work itself. For an example, I can give you, in our house there are many energies, like you have tube light, you have fan, you have your fridge is there, your washing machine is there. But can you tell, will they work automatically? No. Somebody has to go and switch on the light, then only it will glow. Somebody will go and switch on the fan, then only it will run. So similarly, energy is there, but energy cannot work automatically. Energy cannot work of its own. There should be a person behind each energy. Now, the gravitational force is there, which is dragging the apple down. But who is operating that gravitational force? That nobody answered. This is nothing, none other than Krishna, who is the person behind each energy of the universe. Yes. Somebody read this?
Prabhuji, there is Samriddhi Jack there. Please unmute.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
मायाध्यात्सेन प्रकृतिषु यत् साकर्मां हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय jagat viparvite. The material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule, and under its rule, this manifestation is created and enhanced again and again.
Yes. Krishna is telling, Maya Dhakshina Prakriti. Prakriti means nature or material nature. Maya Dhakshina means under my supervision. I am the supervisor of the Prakriti. Okay, the Prakriti is working under me. Suyate Sacharacharam Hetuna Nena Kanteya Jagat Viparivartate. So the material energy is there, it's working under my direction. I told now for every energy there should be a person behind it. Energy cannot work up its own. Like light is there, you have to go and switch on the light, then all it will glow. Automatically it won't happen. Similarly, any energy in the universe, either in the material world or the spiritual world, there should be a person behind it. And that person is Krishna himself. He's telling here, material nature, which is one of my energy, is working under my direction. Okay, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Okay, it is created and destroyed again and again like a cycle, but it is under the superintendency of Lord Krishna. Yes, next.
Prabhuji, my sister is gonna take.
Prabhuji, there is Sai,
Sai.
please. Prabhuji, I supposed to read translation.
Okay, anyone wants to read the sloka?
Prabhuji, there is Sanjana, please unmute.
अवजनति मम्मुधा मनुषीं तनुम् आश्रितं परं भवम् अजनन्तो मम भूता महेश्वरम्.
Yes, translation.
Yes. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be.
Yes. So Krishna is telling here, Abhajananti ma mudha manushritanvashritam param bhava jananta mama bhuta maheswaram. See, there are some people, they tells Krishna is a magician, Krishna is an intelligent person, Krishna is a very big politicians, like that they will tell. But Krishna is telling they are the greatest fool. They do not know about the Krishna, because Krishna is not material, neither Krishna body is material. Krishna body is transcendental or spiritual. Krishna is having spiritual body. So when he descend into the world in his spiritual form, people think that mainly the foolish people, they think that he is like normal human being. But he is not normal human being. Can any normal human being can lift a hill? Krishna could able to lift the Govardhan hill when he was a very small kid. A normal human being cannot do that. Can he kill a very big snake? Any human being? Kaliya Dalan, Krishna killed the Kaliya Naga when he was a very small kid. So these are the very amazing thing Krishna did, which is not possible for any human being. So how Krishna can be a human being? But the foolish people, they cannot understand this. They think that Krishna is some powerful human, very intelligent human, very big politician, very big magician, like that. So they are the greatest fool. So I'm too busy for the temple. Some people, they just in the mode of ignorance. They'll sleep, but they cannot go to the temple. They don't do the spiritual work. Now here you see those who are, okay, anyone read this?
Prabhuji, there is 28-6A Shravani Darekar, please unmute. Yes, Prabhuji, may I start?
Yes, start.
Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and artistic viewers. In the duelled condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are defeated.
Yes. So here there are two types of people Krishna is telling. One is like people with a demonic and atheistic view. So this type of people usually they do not believe God. They think that the world has been created automatically, everything is happening automatically. But the intelligent people knows that nothing happens automatically. In my house, in your house, if you want some food, it won't come automatically. Somebody will have to go and cook the food. If you want anything in your house, somebody has to do it. Either you or your parents or your brother, somebody has to do it. Automatically, nothing happens. Nothing happens in our house, which is a very small one. How automatically everything will happen in very big universe? It's not possible. There should be someone who is doing all this thing. But the non-intelligent people, the foolish people, they cannot understand this. They will think that everything happens automatically. So in that deluded condition, their hope of liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge all are defeated. Okay, ultimately they will fall down to hellish planet because their all views are wrong. That is the reason they will fall down. But those people who are intelligent, the below picture you can see, this child are very intelligent, they accept. So that is the reason they will go to the higher planet and they will go to the Krishna lok also. Yes, somebody did this.
Prabhuji, there is Hirishik Surya, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Satatam कृतायन्तो मम यतान्त यतान्तश्च धृदा व्रत नमस्य नमस्यन्तश्चमं भक्त्या नित्ययुक्त उपासते.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I should also I should only read this translation.
Any other person is there for reading translation? Hello, anyone else?
Prabhuji, we have Pradyumna.
Yes.
Please, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Always chanting my glorious enduring with great determination blowing down before me. These great souls properly worship me with devotion.
Devotion. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So see these people, they are chanting the glory of holy name. They're so happy. So Krishna is telling, always chanting my glories, endeavoring the great determination, bowing down before me. This great soul perpetually worship me with devotion. And they'll be very peaceful, very happy, and ultimately they will come to Krishna love. Yes. Somebody read this.
Prabhuji, we have Manasvi Tyagi. Please unmute. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the slable and womb. I am also the arche, the Sam, and the Yajur.
Rik, Sham, and Yajurveda. Okay. So this is one of the confidential, most confidential knowledge. Krishna is revealing who is he. He's telling, I am everything of this universe. I'm the father, I'm the mother, I'm the grandsire, I'm the object of knowledge, I'm the purifier, I'm the syllable word Om. Because every Vedic literature, Vedic mantra starts with Om. This Om is none other than Krishna. I'm also the different Veda, Riksham, Jadur Veda. So whatever we read from the Veda is created by God and God Himself. That's why I told all the Vedic literature are called the scriptural form of God. So what respect we are giving to the God directly, same respect we have to give to the Vedic literature. It may be of any religion. We should not disrespect any Vedic literature of any religion because all the Vedic literatures are given by God and these are called the scriptural form of God. If you are disrespecting any literature, any Vedic literature of any religion, then you are directly disrespecting the Supreme Lord. That is the reason we should be very careful about this. Yes. Somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Ananya overseer, please.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. They take birth on the planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights.
Delights. Next. Down. Anyone else?
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji, we have Kasturi. Please
Tambi.
When they have thus enjoyed heavenly sense pleasure, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, through the Vedic principles, they achieve only flickering happiness.
Yes. So here Krishna telling two things. First, he told about the Veda. There are people who follow the Veda very strictly. So Krishna is telling, okay, Veda is given by me only, but thing is that Veda tells us how to live in this world, how to follow, what are the rules and regulations we have to follow and live in this world. So what happened when we follow the Veda, then we are in the mode of goodness. So we'll go to the heaven. But heaven is not the ultimate goal of our life. Our goal is to go to the spiritual world, like Krishna Lok or Golok Vrindavan. Because what happened when somebody goes to heaven, you will enjoy there for a few years. When the punya karma finished, again he has to come back to the earth and he will have to take the birth. So that is the reason heaven is not the ultimate goal for us. And one more important thing is that human life is very auspicious. Why it is auspicious? Because if you want to get the liberation or if you want to go to the spiritual world, then you have to go from the human life only. You cannot go from any other life like animal life, insect life, plant life, or even Devata life. From the heaven, you cannot go to the spiritual world. Again, you have to come back to the material world. Again, you have to come to the earth, take human birth, and from the human birth only, you can go to the spiritual world or you can be liberated. So that's why he's telling, when they have thus enjoyed the heavenly sense pleasure, so once it is finished, the punya karma is finished, then they return to the mortal planet again, to the earth again. Thus, through the Vedic principle, they achieve only flickering happiness. That means, suppose you follow the Veda very strictly, then you'll go to the heaven. There, again for very short period, you'll have the happiness. Again, you'll come back to the earth. So that means Krishna is telling, no need to follow the Vedic principle very strictly, but you have to do the spiritual work. Spiritual work, that is called akarma. If you practice the akarma, devotional services, spiritual work, then there is a chance that you will go to directly to the spiritual world. No need to go to the heaven. Yes, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, we have Yagya Kapoor. Please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I want to read shloka.
Yes.
Anayasa kinatayoyanto mam ye janaha parayuspasate tesam nitya bhiyuktanam yoga kasmam vahamay aham. Prabhuji, can I read the translation also?
Okay.
But those who worship me with devotion, meditate
projecting on my transcendental form. To them, I carry what they lack and perceive what they have.
Yes. So
Hare
what Krishna is
Krishna.
telling, Hare Krishna, so what Krishna is telling, but for those who worship me with devotion, mainly he is talking about the devotee, who is a devotee of Krishna, meditating on my transcendental form. To them, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. That means, suppose you are having a lot of property, it will be there with you. And Krishna, suppose you are lacking something, Krishna will also fulfill those desires. But thing is that, suppose you want something, Krishna may not give. Why? You want something that may not be good for you. Because of that, you may have a lot of problem. So Krishna knows which thing is good for you and which thing are bad for you. That is the reason he will always give you the things which are really good for you. So if you are a devotee, then you are directly under the protection of Krishna. Krishna will take care of you very nicely, like your parents. So he knows this is good means he will fulfill your desire. If you are desiring something bad, Krishna will never give you. That is the reason you will be directly under the protection of Krishna. Here you can see one of the devotee called Madhavendra Puri. He was just meditating on Krishna, chanting the holy name of Krishna, but he forgot to take the food. So Krishna himself came and giving some food to him. So that is a mercy of Krishna who will help you always. Whatever you have, Krishna won't take from you. He will return that one. Whatever you lack, Krishna will give that one to you.
Prabhuji, what Krishna brought?
Some food, milk product.
Food.
Okay,
Okay,
because the
okay.
devotee was hungry, but he was not bothered. He was very happy with chanting the glory of holy name of the Lord. But Krishna knows that he is hungry. That's why Krishna brought some milk product. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
and given to that devotee.
Hmm.
Yes, someone read this.
Prabhuji, there is Pradyuman, please unmute. Oh, actually, he's already unmuted. He already did. There is Hari Bol, please unmute.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
yes,
I have doubt.
yes.
Why
Just
are Vishnu?
let us finish this. Then we'll take the questions.
Okay.
You read this.
Prabhuji, I think he muted himself. Yeah. So there is Olivia Biswas, please unmute.
Hello.
Yes, can I read it?
Yes, yes,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
yes.
Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. Those who worship ancestors go to the ancestors, and those who worship me will live with me.
Yes. So this is Krishna is telling, uh, you are under doing the work or worship with spiritual mode or material mode. That is important. Spiritual mode means directly you will worship the Lord Krishna, then you will go to the spiritual world. But there are few people that worship demigods like Indra, Chandra, Vayudev, like that. So they will go to their loka. Their loka means heaven. I told just previous one, if you go to heaven, once your punya karma finish, again you have to come and take birth in the earth. So that is very temporary. You will enjoy there for a certain period, again you have to come back to the earth. Okay, similarly, those who worship the ghost and spirit take birth among them. So they are loka, ghost, loka, spirit. Those who worship the ancestor go to ancestors. Okay, then those who worship me will live with me. So that is the reason Krishna is telling you have to worship always to Krishna so that you can reach the Goloka or the spiritual world. Yes. Read someone.
Prabhuji, there is Vriksha, please unmute.
Prabhuji, shall I read the translation?
Somebody read Shloka first.
Prabhuji, for Shloka there is Samarth. Please unmute. He's not unmuted. There
Prabhuji,
is
can I only read the shloka and the translation?
Okay, okay.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktaya prachati tad ahim bhakti upratram asnami pratyatm manha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I'll accept it.
Yes. So Krishna is telling these are the food Krishna likes. Somebody was asking yesterday what Krishna likes. So Krishna likes the food which are this patram, puspam, phalam, toyam. Patra means leaf, green leafy vegetables. Puspam means flowers. Some flowers also we are taking. Phalam means fruits. All the vegetables are phalam. Toyam means either water or milk. That is toyam. So these are the things. From here you can create, prepare lot of food materials. Okay. So Krishna likes all these things. Krishna never like any non-vegetarian food because when you take the non-vegetarian food, you have to kill the animal. Animal has to die. That is the reason Krishna do not like it. So Krishna is telling if somebody gives him with devotion either a leaf, a flower, a fruit, a water, he will accept. So here you can see very beautiful prasadam of for Krishna, Raj Bhog. Okay, sweets, very nice. Yes, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Ayan Jain. Please unmute.
Which one do I read?
Shloka.
Okay. Yat karosi yad asnasi, yad johasi dadasi yat tapasya kontai, tat kurvasa mad arpanam.
Yeah.
Then there is
Translation.
Arit. Arit, can you please unmute?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me.
Yes. So this is also another most confidential knowledge Krishna is giving. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform should be done as an offering unto me. So whatever you do, you link everything to me. That is called yoga. Okay, yoga means everything you have to link to the God. So Krishna is telling same thing again, that either you eat something, you do something, everything you do for me. Okay, then any offering you are doing, that also you should do for me. I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is me, and I am also a friend to him. So Krishna is telling very strictly, very clearly, that an envious person is never close to Krishna or never can be a friend of Krishna. So you have to remove the enviousness from you. So Krishna is not envy to anyone. So he want also no one to be envy on anyone. Nor I am partial to anyone. Okay, he is also not partial. He is giving equal opportunity to everyone. For an example, in Mahabharata war, Krishna has given opportunity to everyone. He has given opportunity to Karna, he has given opportunity to Duryodhan, Dusasan, everyone he has given. But they have not returned, they wanted fight only. So that is the reason war was definitely required. Krishna reciprocates the amount we love, we give him. So how we love Krishna, similarly Krishna also will love us. So because for every action has a equal and opposite reaction, same thing is applicable here. How much you love Krishna, Krishna also will love you like that. Yes, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Abhishek. Please unmute.
He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Yes. So previously already we have discussed about Dhyana Yoga. If you practice Dhyana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, there is a chance that you will fall down. So there are many examples, many rishis, they fell down. Okay. But Krishna is telling, if somebody is practicing devotional service, there is very less chance that he will fall down. Even he will fall down 1 or 2 steps, again he will go up and try to come to the Krishna. That is the reason Krishna is telling, tell it boldly that my devotee never perishes. He will come to me. That is the reason once you start devotional service, always you have to progress and definitely you'll reach some point. And definitely you'll reach the Krishna. And Krishna will help you in each and every step. My devotee never perishes. Never fall down, that means. Somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Neil. Please unmute.
Is a private citizen, and so is Harry at this point. For anyone to come forward and speak about their own struggles with mental health and tell their own personal story, that takes courage.
Yes, Neil, please talk.
Talked about the
Yes.
importance of, you know,
O son of Pratha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, as well as Sudras, workers, can approach the supreme destination.
Yes. So Krishna is telling, it is immaterial who is he. He may be lower class person, he may be higher class person, he may be Sudra, he may be merchant class, means Vaishyas. So whoever come to Krishna and want to surrender to Krishna, he will definitely come to Krishna. It's immaterial, not like that he should be a Brahmin, he should be a Vaishnava. Whoever will surrender to Krishna, he will definitely come to Krishna. So there are many examples, like this devotee name is Haridas Thakur. So originally he is a Muslim, okay, but he became a great devotee. Similarly, there are few other Muslims like Salabega, Bhakta Salabega. He is also a Muslim, but he was a great devotee of Lord Jagannath. Okay, so when he was coming to car festival, Rath Yatra, that time Lord was waiting for him. Once he comes, then only Ratha or the car will move. So that much great devotee those are. But they are from the Muslim family. So Krishna is telling, it is immaterial from where you are, but your devotion is more important for me. Yes. So this is another, the Guhyatama, the most confidential knowledge Krishna is telling. Yes, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, there is Aman Patil. Please unmute.
I would like to read the shloka. Mana bhavo mad bhakto madhya mam namaskuru mam yasi yukta vaivam atmanam matparayanaha.
Yes, translation.
Pradyuman, please unmute. Pradyumana.
Engage your mind always in thinking for me. Offer obeisance and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me.
Yes.
Chant and be happy.
Yes, so this is the most confidential knowledge Krishna is telling. Man mana man mad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. So this sloka Krishna told 2 times in Bhagavad Gita. This is 9.34. Again, Krishna is telling in 18th chapter, 18.65. There also same thing is telling, but the second line is a little different, but the meaning is same. So what is the meaning? Engage your mind, always thinking of me, offer obeisance and worship me, being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So 2 times Krishna told this in Bhagavad Gita. That means that this is very, very important. And this is one of the most confidential knowledge Krishna is giving to everyone, mainly to Arjuna. So we always should worship Krishna, think about Krishna, worship Krishna, then ultimately we will reach the Krishna lok without doubt. Because Krishna himself is telling, my devotee never perish. Any other devotee of any other god or goddess may perish, but Krishna devotee will never perish. They will definitely reach the Krishna lok. So these are all about the summary of the chapters. I think the chapter is over. We'll take some questions.
Prabhuji, can I ask